Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where we get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news the Volker Rule is under attack in the US. Firstly, however, June air cargo data was released today, and that shows world trade in a very healthy state. The June data was 11% higher than the same month a year ago, with air cargo shipments in North America up 12.8% and in Europe up a remarkable 14.3% year on year. Overall international air freight volumes are up 12%. By any measure, these are very substantial gains. In the US, however, the precursor ADP employment report was disappointing somewhat. Markets were expecting a $190,000 employment gain in July, but actually it came in at $178,000. This is an advance indication of what to expect in the US non-farm payrolls report due out on Saturday. Also somewhat disappointing was a fall in the number of new mortgages approved in the US. They decreased 2.8% in the latest week reported. Americans are now paying about 4.15% for a 30-year mortgage, about 3.45% for a 15-year mortgage. And let's not forget that the pressure from reaching the US debt limit is growing. There may be only 8 weeks left until the shutdown, and more experts are warning of dire consequences if no solution is found. And if they leave it too late, that could prompt a borrowing surge by the US, causing new problems in debt markets. There may be more trouble as well. The Trump administration is moving to wind back the Volker Rule, which would open back up the option by banks to restart proprietary trading, again de-emphasising the core role of banking. In India, their central bank cut its main lending rate by 25 basis points to 6%, which is more than a 6-year low, as both inflation and economic growth slowed. Inflation has fallen dramatically to under their target rate of 4%, and growth has slipped a little bit to 6.1% annually. Remember Van Diemen's Land Company, the large Tasmanian dairy operation that was owned by the new Plymouth District Council? They sold it in April last year for $300 million to a billionaire Chinese buyer, a deal that was approved by Canberra on the basis he invested another $100 million into the operation. But he is in trouble. He can't get that sort of money out of China anymore, as looking to sell already. And there are rumours in Australia that ANZ Melbourne is moving to sell its New Zealand life insurance business. In New York, the US Treasury 10-year yield is up today to 2.27%. The price of oil is up slightly today as well, just over $49.50 a barrel, while the Brent benchmark is now just under $52.50 a barrel. But OPEC and other big oil producers are now facing a new problem: how to keep the oil market calm if they decide to lift output curbs and raise production back up. The price of gold is down by $4 to $1,268, and the Kiwi dollar will start today slightly softer again at 74.4 US cents. On the cross rates, we're marginally lower as well. It's 93.3 Aussie cents and a 63.7 euro cents. The TWI will start at 76.7. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.